Hi guys, it's Silky the Sage, aka Vi, and welcome to the Tea on Touch, a little podcast that I am creating for the intention of yapping. And today I want to talk about perfectionism. I have struggled so much with being consistent on social media because I feel this overwhelming need to be perfect. I am a Sagittarius sun. I do not have any placements in Virgo, but I swear there is Virgo alive and well in me because I love things to be curated and done with intention. I'm very specific about my visuals. I have gotten compliments all over the years for how my space is set up, how my content is filmed or photographed, the quality of my sound, all these other things. So I know how to do it. I have the ability to do it and to do it well. But there is this pressure from social media that if you are not perfectly curated at all times, it's a waste of time. And I'm not really sure how we got to this point. I've been looking at a variety of YouTube videos that I've seen where people are talking about this phenomena, but it's almost like it's not okay to be regular. And, well, I'll go ahead and toot my own horn. I think my content is far from regular. That being said, if I can't be completely polished and put together in every single scenario, it feels like a failure every time you post. And honestly, I hate that. So I was thinking about, okay, if you're going to start a podcast, what are you going to do? What's your next topic? How are you going to do this, that, and the other? What is your niche? What are your core content pillars? And oh my God, I just don't want to do any of that. So I was journaling and I said, get on here and yap. Say what everyone's thinking, that this is exhausting and your need to constantly be perfect is keeping you from creating. Now, obviously, you know, I would say don't put BS out there without intention. But honestly, maybe you just post a picture of your dinner and that's it. Like, I feel like we need to bring the old Instagram back. I feel like old YouTube needs to make a comeback. And even though we're all brands and enterprises and businesses, we are people. And I don't feel like, how do I say this? A lot of people are holding on to their money due to the state of the economy all over. So, why would someone want to spend time with you? And in my experience, I have noticed the more authentic I am, the more consistent I am, and the more human I am, I attract more people. I feel like in the sensual somatic space, the provider space, there is a lot of fantasy and escapism, which has its merits. People do want to escape from this. They want to escape from the constant barrage of bad news. They want to step into a world of fantasy, which I feel like is very valuable. But that's not the kind of work that I want to do. I'm not trying to be your escape as much as I am here to provide you a place to practice nervous system resilience so you can rise to the present occasion. And I think a part of nervous system resilience is me coming here and not getting my nervous system in such a tizzy to present a certain way or be a certain way before I open my mouth. And my strength has always been that I would do really well when I was just being myself and authentic. Back when I was still in the strip clubs in East St. Louis, I had a Instagram that went really popular. Some of you may remember this Instagram. I deleted it because I was trying to rebrand and all this other stuff. But it was called Just Hormones. JUST period WHOREMOANS. Just hormones. And It was my space to talk about my experience as a stripper and all of the crazy stories and adventures, even down to getting on OnlyFans in 2020 when the big P hit. And when I got on there and express myself authentically, I ended up landing a video with Vice. And if you guys don't know Vice Media, they are a media company on YouTube. They do videos about drug dealers and all sorts of insane, really kind of off kilter topics. And one of them was, what is it like being a spicy worker in the pandemic? And I landed that opportunity by being way too open on the internet, if I'm being honest, but being myself. And I've learned a lot since the days of Just Hormones. I've learned a lot from the days of my initial step into OnlyFans. And I've learned a lot about what it means to completely shift my business, to transform from where I was to where I am now professionally. And I feel like I'm ready to share that knowledge. And a lot of that story is really raw. And it comes with a lot of self reflection. And I think trying to curate it and package it perfectly takes the magic out of my message. So I am abandoning perfectionism in favor of connecting more authentically and deeply with my audience and letting them know who I am. Another intention of this space is to talk to my clients. Hey, y'all, those of you that have come and seen me in person and had sessions with me, connect to my local community. Hey, y'all, those at Moho that love and support me. And then those of you that have not met me yet. This space is for people who love sexy workers or spicy workers, that love spicy workers, are spicy workers themselves, or are just allies, or even curiosity is welcome here. Sorry about the beeps. Like I said, this isn't going to be super perfect. I'm sitting in the studio right now. I have a client in a little bit, and I'm just enjoying the peace in the space. And the windows are open because it's beautiful in St. Louis and I'm enjoying the air. So you might hear the sounds of the city. That's A-okay. Where was I? Anyway, I'm giving up on perfectionism, and this space is intended to introduce myself to a new audience, connect more deeply with the audience I presently have, and to talk about a little of the behind the scenes of this work and how, gosh, twirling around that pole to being deeply involved in people's sensual processing and their lives and discovering all of these gifts have made me a force to be reckoned with, both professionally, personally, and spiritually. I didn't want to take too long with this episode. I really just wanted to introduce myself. I'm open to any topics you guys want to know surrounding my work, certain aspects of my personal life. I don't want to get too personal. And just start connecting with you. Let's start talking about it. Let's start getting it out there. Well, anyway, thanks for listening to the pilot episode of the Tea on Touch. I feel like, does a podcast have to be all this crap? Do you have to get the intro song already, or can you just get on there and yap? I'm going to get on there and yap. All right. Talk to you in the next one.